look within yourself. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to talk about 2021 as a whole, of what's coming. Ready? Everybody ready? Here it comes. More of the same. It's pretty much going to be a repeat of 2020. Some changes are being made. Some changes will help to take the load off, the pressure points, such as individuals taking their own free will, choosing to decrease the number of individuals with this virus by taking certain action steps, such as wearing a mask, safe distance from others. He's also talking about the vaccine coming into play. So there'll be certain pressure points that will be released. So a lot of what is going to transpire is based upon our free will choosing, what choices that we make. So for example, if somebody is traveling a lot, or they're not wearing a face mask, they're just hanging out with tons of people and they don't care, the likelihood of this individual being more susceptible for the virus and then spreading the virus is a higher percentage. It's funny. A source is saying, Kristin asked the other day, how much longer, years down the road, will this virus or what is taking place on the planet right now be the same or possibly worse? And then source is asking me to say this response, which is what I heard from my guardian angel, which is the next 3, possibly 4 years. But it depends on our own free will choosing and our action steps. So that is what is coming before you. Great shifts and changes. They are presented when individuals make great shifts and changes within themselves. If we expect or think that something or someone is just going to come and make these changes for us, or that they're going to, somebody out there is going to change this for me. Source would like us to look within ourselves. Okay. We are the ones who are going to make the changes. Okay. Okay, here's another great thing that's coming in for 2021. While we're being forced to do more resting and relaxing and slowing down, even if you're not one to rest and relax, you are being forced to slow down. The rest of the world is being forced to slow down. I mean, borders have been closed. It's not like we can travel as easily as we once did. And so we're kind of being forced to slow down, aren't we? On some level. So while this is happening through 2021, this is allowing this new vibrational frequency that is expanding and growing here to permeate each of us and the earth herself. So while we're doing more resting and relaxing and easing back, right? And maybe we've slowed down a lot more up here too, so we're more at peace up here. And we're really looking at things in a different light. Like I know I have. The things that I took for granted, I'm really looking at and I really appreciate. Like big time. Like really appreciate. Like the good people in my life. And just, you know, the fact that just the little things I'm really appreciating. I'm really appreciating. We are slowing down, and this is allowing this frequency to permeate our vessel more freely and more focused. So this energy is able to look at us and really determine what is needed within us to help raise our vibrational frequencies, lift our spirits, raise up to a higher vibrational dimension along with the planet, which is already going. She's going. Like, where did Earth go? She's going, God. Okay. It's not like anything's going anywhere physically. We're just talking about the Earth is lifting in frequency. It's more high vibrational, more radiant, happier. I don't know about you guys if you've been out on the Earth, but she's way happier. Way happier. Like, it's a night and day difference. This is more of what is to come in 2021. Source wants to talk about the dark and the light, the good and, like the good and the bad, okay? That's what we perceive it to be. That's within our minds. And those of you that are more in vibrational alignment with chaos and the lower vibrational dimensions, thoughts, feelings, emotions, really please pay attention to where you're placing your attention, your focus, and your thoughts. Ask to have this transmuted on a regular basis. And please go within, because if you choose to continuously go down this path of having these thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and you're not keeping yourself in check, then what's going to happen is you're going to create more of that for yourself. More of those thoughts, more of those feelings, more of those emotions, more of the same experiences. Building and growing upon itself. Source would like each of us to be happy. But as the manifestors and the creators of our own realities, it's in our hands to create our own happiness, our own, where we focus, where we place our attention, our own thoughts. We are responsible for ourselves. Source can help you though, should you wish. And you can call Source forth to help you. Okay, where are we going with that? Borders are going to put into place restrictions for individuals that want to cross borders. They will need to follow these guidelines in order to make their way into different countries. But that's going to take some time to get that put in place. I see right through 2021 and even into 2022, and I just see more of this same energy going right through. As we reach 2022, it looks like a shift, a change is happening. Is that globally? Yes, globally. On the second half of 2022, that's when things start to improve. But the angel said to me, gradually. It's not going to flip overnight. It's just not. Source wants to talk about this vaccine for the virus. Some of you are not feeling pulled or drawn to taking this vaccine. If that is how you feel, please follow that intuition, that strong knowing within, and don't get the vaccine. It's not needed. It's not necessary. Some of you may still get the vaccine out of fear or worry, and that's fine. For those of you that feel a pull, a knowingness to get the vaccine, go forth and get the vaccine. There's certain things in the vaccine that we are all concerned about. And Source is aware of this. What's most important is that you keep your vibrational frequency high so that you reap the benefits of the vaccine for your vessel, but are not affected by the lower vibrational aspects or what's in the vaccine, okay? So it's important to know and to trust that what is in the vaccine that is not good for your vessel will not be a vibrational match for your energy, thus transmuted or diffused, not affecting your vessel in the way in which you think it will. Everything is energy. You guys remember me telling you that I was on the airplane and I was looking at all these people and they were pulling their masks off or down, and I was getting so frustrated staring at them, and my angel put me in place. Stop looking over there. Stop focusing on that. And I'm like, but they're not wearing their masks. And the flight attendants would have to go and tell them again, please pull up your mask. And as soon as she'd walk away, they'd pull the mask down. And my angel just really let me know that it doesn't matter, because you're not going to get the virus. And if the virus comes near, I'm transmuting it before it gets even close to you. I was like, okay. But that's not to say I wasn't like sitting there with my mask. Also, when I go work out at the gym, the entire time, I know we're requested to wear masks in the gym now, but I mean, months back, my angel said to me, you put that mask on when you work out in the gym. And I said, okay. So that's another reason why it's so important to communicate with your team, because they can help you with like everything. And, you know, before I was to have a procedure, they said, well, we're going to need to do a COVID test on you. And I said, oh, okay. I thought I was going to get the swabby swab down the nose, but I didn't. They pricked my finger and used my blood, and we tested. In 10 minutes, they came back with the result. Of course, I had to pay for that, and I wasn't able to get the procedure until this was completed, and I had to test negative. So here I've spent all this money, all this time, and all this energy to get to this procedure. And I'm thinking, here I was on the plane, I was wearing my mask, my angel tells me she's transmuting this, but is this really going to show up as a negative test? You know, a few minutes of panic. And so when the test came back, it came back negative. So I do trust my guardian angel thoroughly when she tells me certain things. And if she shifts me in another direction and I'm not quite understanding why, I try to just trust in where she's guiding me, and then I get the big picture afterwards. It's really important you know, I've never felt like I was going to get this. I was mad that other people weren't wearing the masks. My angel told me she would transmute it. I was like, okay. And then, you know, you come down the line and here you are with a very expensive procedure and you have to get a COVID test. Well, it tested negative. So the point is that I'm not living in fear of this. I'm not living in fear of the vaccine. If my angel said, you know, it would be good for you to get the vaccine, I would go and get it. If I felt pulled energetically to get it, I would get it, but I don't. And that's not the guidance I'm receiving. So that's really important, to work with your team who can see everything, but also most importantly is to feel in your vessel what feels right and what doesn't. And that is the most important. And that's what I'm trying to teach people along with the angels. Really important. Okay. All right. Anything else we want to talk about? This vaccine, we see it as a vaccine, right? We see it as a solution being injected into us, and it's going to harm us. And if you believe this, then you are a vibrational match for that which you are focusing upon, dear ones. Just like if you believe that this is a good counteractive measure, that it's not going to harm you, and that it's going to be good for you. If you believe this, that is where you're placing your attention, your focus, and that is what you are manifesting. So it's really important to follow your intuition, your internal guidance system as to what feels good and what doesn't. Tune into, you can ask your team a yes or no question and get a yes or no response in the body, and or learn more about how to channel. Source is saying that what's happening on Earth is a lot of unconsciousness. It is afraid to make a mistake, afraid, afraid of being afraid. A lot of projected emotions and feelings onto others. And it's really important to take ownership for your own thoughts, your own belief systems, your own vibrational frequencies. And just like it's important for each of you that are noticing that others are projecting onto you, that you hold your ground, you use your words, you call in backup from, I always ask Archangel Michael if I need to, or your team of angels. Maybe you need help. And to hold your own and to hold steady. And the more you practice that, the more others' opinions of you, their belief systems, their thoughts that are not resonating with you, that may be sinking your frequency, or Source is talking about their energy coming over you and suffocating you, or temporarily either sucking your energy or controlling your energy. So over time of you practicing this, those people will no longer be a vibrational match for your frequency. That, or they will learn to shift their frequency if they wish to be in your presence. One or the other. If they fall out of your life, others will come that are more of a vibrational match to your frequency. And Source says, thank you, that is all for now on 2021. Now, I'm going to take some questions here. So if you guys want to go ahead and ask anything about what's coming in 2021, okay, that's our focus. You guys go right ahead and ask away. Thank you, Nikki. Nikki says, your beginner's course is fantastic. So many sparkly, beautiful people that I met on the last one. Cannot recommend it enough. Thank you. You little sweetheart. In the UK, I heard you guys got some snow up in Manchester. Whew, I bet you guys got some snow in different parts. Okay, a great question from Sun. Are we encouraged to get out of cities like the congested cities, yeah, or when the numbers are high in those cities, and you're feeling a pull to leave the city where you are and to settle out in nature more. Okay. Again, if you feel the pull, the energetic focus and pull towards that, you're being pulled in that direction for a reason. The how you're going to do it, what's going to happen, the details will sort themselves out. You'll figure it out as you go along. But if you're feeling energetically pulled to relocate, do it. For some of you, it's more of a suggestion, like, what do you think about relocating? Okay, and then you feeling how you feel about it, right, is important, obviously, because some of you might be having that suggestion, but you're like, no, I can't see myself leaving the city ever. So then that would be a no. Okay, anything else? Okay, with you, Sun, it's a suggestion. So it's up to you and how you all feel about it. There are certain areas of the planet that are hot pockets for where the virus is located. And I'm not located in one of those. So we have more freedom here. I've only seen like the stores here shut down once. Whereas you guys, some of you are working on your like third or fourth time. So I just have more of an ease and flow of life living where I live. And knowing what I know and what is being shown to me of what's to come, I'm happy that I live where I live. So that might be a factor in your decision making as to whether you relocate or not, knowing that it's going to be more of the same for the next year and into the next year. Okay. All right. Okay. Ooh, what a great question. Amy, is the weather going to be affected in North America during this ascension process with the Schumann resonances increasing and the magnetic north changing in 2021 and beyond? Ooh, let's see where we're going to go with that one. That's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to try and break this down. When we have these ascension waves that are at the same time as the Schumann resonances, okay, some of us are really heating up, like so overheating to the point where we have, like I was having hot pockets on my skin yesterday. It was just unbearable. I really had to ask my angel to help me because I said, I can't. This is too much. You need to do something. Then I got my little hiney outdoors and I put my back up against a tree so that the tree and the earth could pull this energy through my vessel and out my feet and my root chakra. Most of us are staying indoors right now and we're not grounding at all. And that's not a good combination with this energy coming in. We really want to help pull this energy through us. That's what we really want to be doing. And grounding our energy back into our vessels makes it much easier to cope with the ascension symptoms. Okay, so temperature changes within us. Some of us are getting really hot. I've heard some of us are getting cold. I'm all hot, so I don't know about the cold part. But as far as, okay, we're getting to temperature. First, we're starting here. And then we're going to branch out outside of ourselves. So that's what's happening within us. Some of us may feel like we have changes going on, like maybe, we're thinking, oh, is this menopausal, or do I have, do I have the virus, or do I have the flu, or like what's happening with us? Why am I getting heart palps? Why am I getting anxiety through the roof? So we're really starting to ramp things up now. And P.S., the number one thing that's going to help with all of this is grounding outside up against a tree. For me, it's the ultimate. The tree's energy, the earth's energy, and I just sit out there for a bare minimum of 2 to 5 minutes, preferably up to 20. If I don't want to go out to nature or I can't, I'm out at that tree. I am on that tree, me and the tree. I should just camp out overnight, really, because that would make me feel a lot better. If I can't get outside, I'm laying my body on the ground floor and I'm calling the earth in to help me. And then the number one thing I recommend for everybody is saying to the earth, please pull the energy through my vessel, out my feet and my root chakra on a continuous basis. Thank you. And then she'll just help to circulate that through. And that's going to help you feel a lot better. Okay. We're talking about weather. There's two things happening. Environmental changes, which is going to change the weather. And that's globally. Another reason why, like Source said, why this is all transpiring on the earth right now, to slow us down. This won't, what's taking place right now with this virus won't be the only changes taking place on planet Earth within your lifetimes. So what does that mean? Source is doing this, okay? So this virus is one. And I had that gut feeling. I was like it was probably a week ago. I just was like, I don't think the virus is going to be the only thing taking place in our collective here. I think there's going to be other changes coming. I just could feel it. So now I'm getting that affirmation. Now, yes, it will be. Okay, so other changes are going to take place on the planet other than this virus. Okay, so now are we going to talk about ascension and the weather? Predominantly, the weather changes that take place on the planet are going to be taking place due to environmental. Those of you that are sensitive enough to pick up on the incoming frequency changes that you're noticing with the Schumann resonances, okay, called ascension. There's other names we could call it. We can call it enlightenment. We could call it whatever we want to call it, really. Now, that's on a whole other it's a whole other vibration that us who are more sensitive are picking up on. More of the unconscious, unawake individuals aren't going to pick up on it in the same ways that we are. Although they may feel uncomfortable, irritated, but they don't know why. Okay, so that's more of how an unconscious, unawake person may be affected by this incoming frequency. This incoming frequencies are going to continue to increase in the speed or the amount that they're coming, but also the amount that's coming in. So the actual how many waves, ascension waves, are coming in, but also the oomph behind them. Okay. Okay. But that's more of our vibrational frequency and the shifts and changes vibrationally and temperature-wise within us. Okay. Okay, so the electromagnetic field surrounding the planet is going to hold up to these incoming energy waves. Almost getting charged up, getting more energy, helping the earth with her energy by having these energy bursts coming and envelop the planet. So the earth is actually benefiting from these incoming waves. So, okay, so we're still in the beginning stages of this. we're like getting little sweep overs of this waves of energy, right? I call it energy. And we notice it on the Schumann resonances. But what I'm seeing here is larger bursts of white light energy away from Earth, out in space, coming towards Earth. It's just rippling, and it's coming over and expansively covering Earth. That's something that's coming. We've been getting small bursts of this, but what I'm seeing here is like the whole, it's just coming in larger amounts. We could say, oh geez, we could have technical terms as to what these bursts of energy coming through space would mean to us in a three-dimensional term or reality. But this is source frequency energy permeating the planet, helping to lift and raise the vibrational frequency here on the planet and the planet herself. Okay. Whew. All right, I'm on fire. There you go. Here's a weather condition right here. Temperature condition. Yeah. So are we going to have more storms, weather changes in 2021? This is why this is all happening right now, to slow down the effects on the environment, like our vehicles in the water, in the skies, polluting the, you know, like it's getting to a point where we are being forced to slow down. So this is why things are slowing down now, in order to change the predicted. If we hadn't had any changes, then we would be looking at a worser case scenario of the environment and the storms and conditions taking place on Earth. Okay, so Source is saying that looking forward to electric vehicles, more sustainable living, off the grid living, solar panels on the rooftops, steering away from energy sources that are polluting the environment. I mean, shown oil pipelines being built through large nature, portions of nature. And now I'm seeing it all being taken down over time. So whatever we build now that is not sustainable for our environment, it's all going to be taken down. And then I'm even being shown like the metal and the you know, whatever you build a pipeline out of is going to be repurposed and reused, melted down. That's the direction we're moving in. So anything that's going to move in a direction that is going to continuously pollute the planet or not be sustaining oh boy, it's hard to get all of this in at once. Anything that's not energy sustainable or polluting the planet, I don't know what this is. It's being put on me clairsentiently. It's like it's going to be focused on by spirit, and spirit is going to focus in on these individuals or what they're doing for more resources by and money, power, control, and spirit's going to make changes. Okay. So whatever pockets or places on the planet that is still doing this, in years to come, that's when Spirit's going to step in and make changes within those individuals. They won't be able to get their way as easily or get laws passed as easily. They won't be able to get the financial funding to take these projects to the next level as easily. Now I'm being shown Tesla, the electric cars. That's a direction that Spirit is helping him, helping build and grow this. Easy funding coming in, selling PayPal and having the capital and the money coming in from that, and like shifts and changes within his companies, making it easier for him to step forward and advance within his projects. That's really cool. We don't realize how much Spirit plays a role in our lives and can influence or change things should it need be. This is a free will zone, and we do have our own free will here on Earth, but if it comes to the point where we're going to ruin the planet, then Spirit will step in. If we get to the point where we're going to harm ourselves or ruin ourselves, then this is where Spirit is stepping in. So you can look at this virus as a part of energy stepping in alongside the humans that help to spread the virus, cultivate and then spread it. Okay. But now it's just a matter of managing things and keeping the balance and creating and keeping the balance of it, so that it doesn't cripple us. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Cripple us entirely, like completely take over, and we are in big trouble. Okay, I got that. All right. So I'm going to take one last question here. Yeah, my hands and my feet have been on fire too, Elizabeth. Oh my God. Okay. So Stephanie, definitely watch this video back from the beginning, and that will really help you with your question. Yeah. I love that, Polly. Polly saying, I've had no worry about COVID. I live in a hot spot in Arizona. Should I be more concerned? Sometimes I forget we're even in a pandemic. I do wear a mask, but I don't seem to have any cares or worries in regards to COVID. So if you're feeling that way, that tells me something. It tells me that there's nothing to worry about. So you're seeing what's happening in your outer world, but in here, your vibrational frequency is saying it's okay, you're taken care of. You're going to be completely taken care of. So I would go with what you're feeling inside, and that you're totally taken care of, okay? And everything's okay. Mary, it's going to be more of the same. The economy, it's just going to be more of the same. So, do you want to talk about the economy at all? More of the same. So what that means is many of us, we're going to have to, what do I call it? I'm going to be blunt. Are you guys ready? we're going to have to hustle. Some of us are going to have to hustle. We're going to have to look at, okay, and then ask for help. Let them guide you. But for me, I call it hustling because I move quickly. If something isn't working, I move in this direction. If I'm not happy here, I move in that direction. And for some of us, we haven't been happy at our jobs in a long time. So it's just an opening for you to move in a different direction. Now, there's some of us, what I'm getting, are very fearful and very stuck energetically. Definitely ask for help to remove that and transmute that on a regular basis. And then you have to do the work in lifting your frequency and shifting your thoughts off those low vibrational thoughts, okay? And be the still observer of your thoughts. But it's really, some of us are just, we're going to have to move in a different direction. Some of us may have to move in a direction of being self-employed. We may need to ask our angels, and our angels may ask us to just hang back and wait for this other opportunity to come in, and then we go. But it's so important to feel when to take action and when not to. But, like many years, I wasn't happy with what I was doing for a living. And then I moved into self-employment. I was so happy. And that was long before mediumship. Contract work at home with hiring a company that hired people all over the globe. And then cleaning homes, building my house cleaning company. It goes on and on. But that's more of where I feel comfortable. Everybody looked at me like I was a nutter. Like, how do you know you're going to get enough money in? Because I trust and have faith. I let go and I let God. And I allow the money to flow in freely on a continual basis. I made more money at that position part-time than I did at a full-time job. Actually, I probably made double. So yeah, that's how I operate. I don't operate in a very fear-based, because I've done that route and I see what works and what doesn't, and my angel wouldn't let me get away with that. Not at this stage. See, that's the thing when you start to channel. Now you're open and you can hear them, and they're going to start steering you and guiding you. And if you're going to sit there and wallow in fear and pity, and they're going to help shift your frequency, shift your thoughts. And then when you know better, right? And you're on a different path now. Now you know better. My guardian angel isn't going to sit there and say, you poor thing. No. Okay, well, 444. The angels are with you. Yes. What does 111 mean? For me, it's always meant amazing things are coming. Things are manifesting. Get ready. Changes are coming. Here it comes. I'm like, bring it on. Bring on the good times. Let's go. Yippee. Just remember that even when you're going through the trenches, there's a reason why. Okay? So even when you're having a difficult time, when you're having hard times in life, this is an opportunity for growth. Yeah, you're going to sink in the mud for a bit, but there's only one way out of it, because I don't stay in mud too long. Who wants to stay in yucky cold mud for too long? Not me. No. I want to branch out. I want to get up. I want to blossom like a lotus, and I want to look up and enjoy the sunshine. That's where I want to be. So what can I do in here to get me there? Because if I don't like what's going on out here, I come right here. Where are my thoughts? Where's my vibrational frequency? Where are my belief systems? What am I vibrating? Okay, so this is where I shift. Okay, any last words? 2021 is going to be a great year, should you wish it, should you choose it. And then Source is saying, make it a great one. Make it a great one, dear ones. Make it a great one. And that rests in your hands. in the palm of your hand. Thank you, dear ones. Love you guys. Love you. Bye.